Have you ever ended your day wondering, how did I do so much, but I still feel like I got nothing important done? Between managing work, family, and everything in between, it can feel like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of busyness. And if that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. In today's video, we're talking about the 3 biggest productivity mistakes that keep ambitious professionals, especially women, trapped in the grind and the hustle. More importantly, I'll show you how you can break free and finally gain control over your time. So stick around, because at the end, I'll share a powerful strategy that can help you reclaim your time and energy. Hi, I'm Matt Meyer, co-creator of the MindFlow Cycle. We help professionals who feel overwhelmed and stretched thin, basically help them find a way to thrive at work and at home. Not by working harder, but by shifting their mindset. So let's dive in today. So mistake 1 that professionals make is prioritizing urgency over importance. And it's easy to get caught up in putting out fires and answering emails and attending last minute meetings and handling everyone else's problems. But here's the thing. Being reactive doesn't mean that you're being productive. So what's the solution? Basically, you have to learn to separate urgency from importance. In our program, the MindFlow Cycle, we basically teach a simple framework to ensure that your most important priorities don't get pushed aside, even on your busiest days. But before we go on, if this video is resonating with you and you want to gain more balance in your life, check out our free resources, especially the 7-day productivity guide for leaders. In fact, just comment free tools, and what we'll do is we'll send you the link to the 7-day productivity guide. Mistake number 2, and this is a big one, it's essentially overloading your to-do list. How many of you have to-do lists that seem to take on a life of their own? They keep growing and growing. They're like a weed. They never go away. Be honest. Packing your to-do list with 20 plus tasks is a surefire way to feel overwhelmed and get nothing accomplished. The truth is, you can't do it all in one day, and trying will only leave you drained and frustrated. So here's a pro tip. Instead of overwhelming yourself with your to-do list, focus on 3 high-impact tasks each day, and make sure that these tasks are the ones that will move the needle forward. Doing this shifts your focus from being busy to being effective. Mistake number 3 is neglecting mental energy management. You just can't ignore your mental energy. Productivity isn't about time management. It's about energy management. You could have a perfectly planned schedule, but if you're running on empty, nothing gets done well. So take short mental resets throughout your day, whether it's stepping outside or practicing quick breathing exercise or simply unplugging for a few minutes. This can drastically boost your focus and creativity. Small shifts can lead to massive gains. Remember that. Small shifts can lead to massive gains in both productivity and well-being. So let's recap quickly. Number 1, you have to stop prioritizing urgency over importance. Number 2, stop overloading your to-do list. And then number 3, start managing your mental energy like it's the most valuable resource in the world. If any of those mistakes that we talked about earlier sound familiar, don't worry. You can change the way you work and the way you live. Here at the MindFlow Cycle, we specialize in helping high-achieving women, high-achieving professionals, just like you, break free from overwhelm and finally create balance in your career and with your home life. And doing that without sacrificing one for the other.
So at the beginning of the video, we promised a strategy to really help you get time back in your life. And this strategy revolves around really activating what is referred to as flow. And maybe you've heard of flow, maybe not, but you know about it. because you've seen people or have heard about people who are in the zone. Being in the zone is the state of flow. It's when distractions disappear and you can get work done faster without mental exhaustion. You just reduce really the fatigue created by tedious work. And essentially, it's an experience that will help you do more in less time. And so let's talk a little bit about it. So, the first step is to really understand what flow state is. It is a concept, it was introduced by a psychologist, and it truly is just deep focus when you're fully immersed in a task and you're free from the interruptions and distractions of the day. And you know exactly what needs to be done. And a big part of it is the immediate feedback. So you need to have goals, they need to be achievable to really enter flow state. And the challenge and skill, you have to balance that. The task needs to be engaging but not overwhelming. And what you'll see is when you are able to enter flow, that self doubt and overthinking will fade away. And you'll have this sort of distorted sense of time where the hours really pass as you work fairly effortlessly. So, why this really matters for professionals? Again, it can eliminate the constant mental juggling of responsibilities and it prevents exhaustion from the context switching between work and family and personal needs. And it also will help you reclaim your energy so you're not getting through the day, but you are thriving throughout the day. So, step two, let's set up your flow environment. You need a distraction free zone. You need to silence any notifications that could be coming in through your computer or through your phone. And be sure to establish boundaries with your colleagues or your family so that you don't get interrupted. The next thing is really your office. Get rid of the clutter. Make it a clutter free zone. Make sure you have a comfortable chair that supports your body and that your lighting is bright and everything is set up so it's a stress-free, distraction-free zone. And then you may want to try using some background music or aromatherapy, something to signal your brain that it's time to focus. And then finally, be sure to separate your workspace from your personal areas just to prevent work from creeping into every corner of your life. Step number three, what we want to do is activate flow. So first thing you want to do is sort of the priming, sort of pre-flow priming. Close all the tabs on your computer. Again, silence those notifications. Take 3 deep breaths and set a clear goal for the next work block. Visualize completing the task successfully. This reduces anxiety and increases focus. Then set your session, 60 to 90 minutes. Focus on one high impact task. Don't do any emails or busy work or the tedious work, the admin work, but focus on a high impact task and set a timer. Set it for that 90 minutes or that 60 minutes. And when that timer goes off, take a break. Take a break. That recovery and reflection after the timer goes off and you're either walking outside to get fresh air or just sitting, maybe listening to some soft music as you drink some water or eat something healthy. This is important. And then celebrate the progress. Small wins create motivation for long-term success. So step 4, let's align the task with flow because not all tasks trigger flow. You have to prioritize the tasks that challenge you in a rewarding way. They're not too easy or not too overwhelming, and that they require creativity or problem solving. And provide clear goals and that immediate feedback so you can see real progress. So just schedule creative or your strategic work during your peak hours. For most people, most professionals, it seems to be in the morning. And then batch those administrative tasks like the emails and scheduling and meetings into specific time slots instead of scattering them throughout your day. And then finally, automate and delegate the low impact tasks to free up mental space. Step 5, you need to overcome some obstacles that keep you kind of stuck in this burnout mode. One of the big ones is multitasking. Eliminate that. because when you're juggling too many responsibilities, it just slows you down. So just focus on one deep task at a time. And then perfectionism. I mean, done is better than perfect. Set a time limit for tasks and let go of the need to overanalyze. And mental clutter, oh my gosh, got to get rid of the mental clutter. Keep a brain dump journal or something to really clear your thoughts before starting deep work. And then protect your time. Set work cutoff hours to prevent tasks from bleeding over into personal time. And then also, you need to have a grounding some technique to help you move into instant focus, to help you really gain clarity so that you're ready for these work blocks. A good technique to use is the 5-4-3-2-1 method to clear distractions. Look around for 5 things you can see, and then 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Doing this mindful practice really resets your nervous system and brings you back to focus. So 5-4-3-2-1. See, feel, hear, smell, and taste. And then step 6, you have to sustain flow for long-term success. You just can't try it once and really let it go. Make it a daily habit. Schedule deep work daily. Block out time for flow sessions and track them. Use a journal to log what worked and what didn't. And then be sure to prioritize your energy by getting enough sleep and eating properly and exercising. And try radical rest. Intentionally unplug to recharge. A burned out brain just cannot reach flow. Then use transition rituals. These are like a short work or breath work to switch from work mode to home mode without carrying the stress with you.
So before we wrap up, if you're ready to start making these shifts, just grab our free 7-day productivity guide by commenting free tools in the comments below, and we'll send you the link. Until next time, keep moving forward, pay attention to your mental energy, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.